Okay, so let's continue discussing these vocabulary words. Let's proceed to millennium. So, millennium, this is a period of time consisting of 1,000 years. Okay, while millennials that we are talking is also about the people who were born within a period of like 1980s to 19 or 2000. Next is workforce. Workforce is a noun. All the people who work in a particular industry or company or are able to work in a particular country or area or staff. Yeah, the company is cutting its workforce, for example, so it staff or employee. Next is liability. Liability, this is a noun or someone or something that is likely to cause problems for someone or something that puts you at a disadvantage. Yeah, that's liability. Example, a kid like Tom would be a liability in any classroom. It's like a problem. Yeah. Retain. So what is this means? Retain is a verb if a company retains workers, so you are there to work with them. So you retain, you continue working. Interpret. So this is to explain, this is a verb to explain the meaning of something. Interpret. Um, and consistent. This is a continuing, this is an adjective. Continuing to happen or develop in the same way. Yeah, consistent. You learn, for example, you study every day, so you are consistently studying. Next, boom. What does it mean? Boom, this is a verb that if business or trade or a particular area is booming, it is increasing and being very successful. Yeah, okay. Next, instant. Instant, this is happening or produced immediately. Yeah, or quickly. Okay, like instant noodles. So it's, if this noodles is you can eat instantly, quickly by putting only uh, or putting hot water only, and you can of course you can eat it. So that's instant. Magnet or magnet. So magnet, this is the thing or a piece of iron or steel that can stick to metal or make other metal objects move. And the last vocabulary word here is complain. So complain is express dissatisfaction or annoyance about something. So if you are not satisfied with it or with something or with some services or person, so you are going to complain. Yeah, that's all about these vocabulary words. Okay, so now we are going to read about these flip flops and Facebook breaks. Millennials enter the workplace. So take out your book and let's read together. So let's read together and remember that I ask you to use the 3-2-1 strategy. Again, three things you learned, two things you found interesting, and one question you have about a text. So after reading this one, tell me when we see each other in the class, What are the three, two, one in this reading, or what you learned, or something or two things interesting to you, and one question. Okay, now let's read together. In our recent book, Millennials in the Workplace, Neil Howe and I argue that today's rising youth workforce is not a liability and a challenge, but an asset and an opportunity. We analyze how the millennials are transforming workplaces and how employers can recruit them, retain them, and maximize their productivity. Perhaps it's no surprise that managers often misinterpret and the millennials, I mean, data consistently show that today's young adults are nothing like the boomers who preceded them. They are pressured and programmed. They are bonded to their parents and networked to their friends. They want structure and instant feedback. They work well in terms in teams and have complete confidence in their future. They fear, they fear risk and dread failure. They want the system, system to work. So, what will tomorrow's millennial friendly workplace look like? We found that the millennial magnets, companies that attract millennials, share five basic best practices. Personal touch recruiting. Millennials think of themselves as special and want to work for an employer who does too. Millennial magnet companies take an active and personal role in the recruitment of young employees, matching recruits with current employees who can share their experience, or sending new employees a handwritten welcome note. So, as what I've told you, liability, this is something that puts you at a disadvantage. Okay. Paragraph 5. Work life balance. Millennials look at workaholic boomers and want a more well rounded and balanced life. Millennial friendly companies offer employees flexible schedules and the ability to bring their personal life, like phone calls with parents, into the office occasionally. Next, group socializing. Millennial magnet companies understand that this generation enjoys working and socializing in groups. They are moving away from individual competition and toward teamwork, team compensation, and communal office spaces. Next is recognition. Recognition. These companies know how to motivate millennials through positive feedback, instituting instituting programs where managers can give out small rewards or prize like a $5 gift card for any job well done. Casual but professional environment. So this is the another thing. Many millennial magnets are crafting a corporate environment that is friendly and comfortable, complete with couches, cafes, and gathering spaces. The millennials will continue to flood into the workplace over the next 15 years. And employers who get them right will have an important advantage. Maybe it's time to stop complaining about their flip flops and start harnessing their energy. Okay, so this is the reading. Before we end, I will, these are, yeah, four more words here that I will, yeah. Workaholic, this is working long hours. So if you work very long hours, so you are workaholic. Compensation, this is the payment or salary. It's the same. Communal office spaces, this is the work areas that people share. They can make or sharing stories, or they can make coffee, yeah, and talking together in this place. Harnessing, this is making use of. Again, making use of. Okay, so this is the reading for this week. And for your task this week, again, I use the Google Forms for you to answer. I made a quiz for you. And this is my mistake last time that I did not ask you to write your name when you answer the quiz. So the first part of your quiz, please write your first name, family name, and your class. So that when I check your quiz or when I record your grades, it's easier for me. Last 2 weeks ago, it was really terrible. Like I am uh, looking for the emails to match your names. So once again, I would like you to please write your names, and if possible also, you can also tell your email and your full name. I have some still students who are using different names with their emails. And for those who did not do or submit their work, you can still do it. But sorry, I need to take 10 points from your uh, grades because, yeah, to make it fair, because you submit your homework late, so there will be a 10 points deduction, 10% deduction from your points if you submit very, very late. But anyway, that's all for this week. And see you. Maybe this is the last lesson that I have for you online, and we will see you next week in class. Okay? So that's all for today. Thanks